I do to my skin every week, and that is to do a facial mask. As a matter of fact, I do a facial mask 3 times per week, sometimes even 4 times per week. Now what I really do, I make my own facial mask. I like doing this for myself because I get a chance to know exactly what I'm putting in, and I get a chance to play around with ingredients. So what I'm going to do for you today is to share one of my homemade facial masks. It's a very unique facial mask using a very popular ingredient with a little twist. So if you're looking for a homemade facial mask, you're tired of all those boring masks, this one is a must try. So follow me to the kitchen. I'm going to share the recipe really quick, and then I'm going to share a live demonstration showing you exactly how I use it on my skin to transform my skin from dull rough looking skin to a more amazing naturally glowing skin. Now to make our facial mask, our first ingredient is oatmeal, and oatmeal is very absorbent on the skin. It is great for oily skin. It is also good to exfoliate dead skin cells. It's great for shrinking those large pores. It will leave the skin clean and supple. Oatmeal also will have to tighten and firm the skin. So we're going to use about a 1/4 cup of the oatmeal. Take a look at my second ingredient. Here I have some rose petal, and these are dry rose petal. Now roses, if you know anything about rose is very hydrating to the skin. Not only that, rose also have to give the skin a natural glow. It helps the skin to look younger and fresher. So I'm using about 2 tablespoons of the rose petals. I'm pouring this in the blender along with the oatmeal. So here in our blender, we have rose petals and we have oatmeal, and now we're going to cover and we're going to blend the two together. Now once this is blended to a powder, take a look, and you want it to be very fine powder like, and you can store this in a Ziploc bag and put it in your refrigerator. It can last in your refrigerator for about 6 months or so, and just take it out whenever you're ready to make your homemade DIY facial mask. So rose petals and oatmeal, and now let's move on to our next ingredient. My next ingredient is honey, and honey will help to hydrate the skin. It is rich in antibacterial properties, which will help to get rid of acne on the skin. Honey is also good for blackheads and whitehead, and it is great when mixed with the oatmeal and the rose petal for shrinking large pores. So we're using just a teaspoon of the honey, and we're pouring this in the blender along with the oatmeal and our rose petal. Now take a look at my next ingredient. Here I have some soy milk. We're using the soy milk for its vitamin A properties. Warm the soy milk because I want hot water for this recipe. If you do not have soy milk, you can use hot water. You can use some green tea. You can even choose to use some regular milk to replace the soy milk. So we're pouring about 3 tablespoons of the hot milk in. And now we're going to add one final ingredient. My final ingredient is grapeseed oil. However, if you do not have grapeseed oil, go ahead and use some olive oil, coconut oil, or even some avocado oil. All we need is a 1/2 teaspoon of the grapeseed oil. Pour this in. And now we are going to cover and we are going to blend. So here in our blender, we have oatmeal, we have rose petal, we have some honey, we also have some soy milk and some grapeseed oil. Now if you're making this recipe, please make sure to blend the dry ingredient first. Other than that, you're not going to get this consistency. So take a look. Here it is after blending, and now let's pour this in our container. Make sure to get everything out of the bowl. And take a look, here we have our oatmeal rose mask, and this mask can be used on the skin 2 to 3 times per week. If it's a little stiff, you can add a little extra water to it or a little bit more of the soy milk. And now guys, this is ready to use on the skin. So do not click off, continue watching. I'm gonna go on the other side and show you how to apply this amazing facial mask on the skin. Tighten the skin, firm the skin, hydrates the skin, boosts wrinkles, reduce fine lines, and leave your skin with a naturally younger, fresher looking glow. And then you're just gonna lay it on the skin. Just lay it on the skin like that. Okay, don't massage it on your lips. And if you have sagging jawline, this one is for you. Just completely cover that jawline. And if you have a lot of large pores, especially on your nose, just cover those areas. And this has a very pleasant fragrance. It smells so good. Do not let this one get in your eyes. It do have granules in it. And work fast with it because it's dry really quick. Okay? And you can always take this down on the neck and the décolleté. Oh, I just love this. If you have all those wrinkles on your neckline right there, décolleté, just apply the mask. Now once your face is completely covered with the mask, what you're going to do, you're going to let it dry on the skin. Let it dry on your skin for at least 30 minutes. In about 5 minutes, it's going to feel the drying sensation. You're going to feel the drying sensation on the skin. Let it sit, walk around with it, go read a book, do what you have to do. And when it is done, you go ahead, you rinse off, preferably with some warm water. Rinse off, pat dry the skin, and apply your favorite skincare products. Now this mask is good to use at least 2 to 3 times per week for best result. And guess what guys, there's a little trick to this mask. Let me show you really quick. If you have large pores, you take a handful, and guess what, when you're applying it, because it do have some granules in it, just open your fingers like this and massage it on the skin. This is helping to exfoliate the skin, getting rid of those blackheads and those whiteheads, and also cleaning out those pores, cleaning out the dead skin cells from the pores. So just massage it on the skin. Use your fingers to work this in, and then when you're done with that, you just take your hand and just smooth it out like I'm showing here. Just smooth it like that. Yes. And then you're gonna leave this on your skin to dry for at least 30 minutes. Double duty this mask is doing, a facial scrub and a facial mask. And there you have it, a nice twist to using oatmeal on the skin. Go ahead and give it a try, use it up, and guess what guys, you're on your way to amazing looking skin.